Pretty much looking at Mike and or.
And when you look ahead to this year, what excites you?
Um, Obviously, the opportunity to compete. Um, we got a lot of a couple new players on the team, or DC and Denny, and so I'm excited to go out there and build chemistry with them as well as all the young guys still building chemistry as well too. So I'm just excited to continue to prove myself and prove that we could be a good team as well.
Do you feel old?
Nah, sometimes I do, but when you're a young team, make you feel old, but essentially compared to the league, I'm not old, so yeah, at all. So yeah, on this team, I can feel old sometimes for sure.
And the franchise's goal is to develop and build. That means securing high draft picks. You stated at the end of last season you want to win. You're getting a little tired of this. How do you feel about still being here? Do you want to sort of see this rebuild through and be here when it turns the corner, or do you hope maybe to land somewhere else at some point?
No, I mean for sure. My I think everybody's goal is to win. Obviously, however long that takes, that's the question. But we want to win as soon as possible. We as competitors, as players, we all want to win. So for me, it's still the same thing. What can I do to get better for us to win? And so that's the question that I have to ask myself and be realistic as possible and do everything it takes to become that.
Do you have the patience still though to wait through?
For sure. I mean, I'm here. They promised me, obviously, signed me to a good contract, and they believe in me a lot. So I'm here, as a Blazer. So for me, it's just that simple. You know what I mean? I'm just locked into what we need to do to get better.
Ant, did you have conversations with Joe and the front office and the organization this summer about kind of the timeline of the rebuild and kind of where you fit into that?
Not necessarily. Obviously we just have conversations about what we can do to get better. What can I do to get better to help the team, and that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? It's really that simple when you're dealing with obviously a young team that's trying to develop and win. Everybody has to be aware of what the things they need to get better at, and so for me, it's just that simple.
Well, with your game individually, is there anything you worked on specifically over the offseason, or is there anything you're going into this season saying, I want to do X, Y, Z better?
Obviously, approaching the offseason is, first, you're trying to get healthy as possible to be ready for the season and to kind of touch base on kind of everything. Obviously, y'all know the things that I'm not good at, so, you know what I mean? So, those things are obvious, you know what I mean? So I'm not afraid of admitting those things and trying my best to become better at that as possible. So, and I understand the magnitude of me, becoming better at some things. So, those things are just, being real with yourself and saying, I need to be better at this.
And you've come in every year and you've had some sort of goal set aside kind of on top of that. What are kind of your individual goals in a season where everybody's striving to win, everybody's striving to get better, but what are the things that you kind of jot down that you're looking at and say, I want to do X, Y, and Z by the end of the season?
My obviously my individual goals haven't changed. Obviously, some of the goals I haven't reached those things, like being an all-star and stuff like that. So those are still the goal. And obviously as a team, it's just, getting better as a team and competing at a high level each and every night and seeing where that takes us.
What do you think Donovan and Denny will bring to the team?
Obviously, with Denny, his versatility, his ability to do everything pretty well, and so that's going to help us out a lot when when the game and teams are denying me full court and not trying to let me catch the ball, or he could take the pressure off of me a little bit, handling wise, and be able to run the action. And I'm able to play off ball, which hopefully can get me open a little bit more as well too. So his ability to do everything on the court helps out a lot. And obviously with DC, his defensive upside and his ability to block shots and alter shots is pretty special. He's a big kid, so his ability to impact the game in that way is going to help us out a lot.
Chauncey talked again about playing fast, being aggressive. That was the goal last year, but obviously injuries derailed a lot of that. You, Shade, and Scoot, I think, missed 105 games combined. How much are you looking forward to being able to get out there, hopefully stay healthy, and just run and gun and do what you do best?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Obviously, we have a young team that's very athletic and, can do a lot of different things. So I think us playing fast, plays to our advantage when we're playing teams. So I'm pretty excited about that. He's been emphasizing that for the past couple of weeks, and I think we're going to be better at it, this year than we were last year for sure.
You started the last year starting next to Scoot. What do you think? Where do you think that pairing can grow in year two? How can you guys complement each other's game?
Just being out there on the court with each other. Obviously, it wasn't that much time on the court with each other, so it's always going to be growing pains during that time, and so we're just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what he likes to do. He's trying to figure out what I like to do, and also he's trying to figure out, the game in general, the NBA game in general. So there's a lot of things going on at one time, so that can make it seem like it looks bad, quote unquote. But I think just obviously just being out there on the court with each other, for a long period of time is going to help us out a lot.
Thank you, Ant.